people around you, whether it be society as a whole. I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna dash out of here, break down all these walls, and go on my way and do my thing. Hey everyone, it's Garrison here, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I am really excited, to say the very least, even though it is a Monday and I'm back from my studies and school and all. But I am mostly excited here today because I'll be checking out NMIXX's latest release with Dash, the music video for an all. Now, for those who saw my initial reaction to Run for Roses, the likes of course Sonya Breaker, Before the Brand New Year, and even the highlight medley for their second EP, which by the way I pre-ordered all versions for. Gotta support our girls all the way. FE304 Break, of course, the acapella version, mind you. I went crazy for all of those drops, especially Run for Roses, because that suited my musical taste to the fullest and beyond my expectations, with the vocal runs and all the highlightable moments for each and every respective member. But then I stopped it there at the acapella version because I didn't want to spoil myself too much with the original version of the highlight medley. Not only that, not only bringing a music video teaser, but a choreo spoiler. I was like, you know, oh, they're not gonna spoil us too much, because when it comes to JYP and their artists and groups, they tend to spoil too much, if you guys didn't know already. But for me, I only like to spoil myself a bit, not to the fullest, so I don't be totally misled, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still in for a surprise with Dash here. It sounded very promising, yet meaningful, based on the acapella version of the highlight medley, sorry. But hey, without further ado, let's just dive into the music video now. Alright, so brought it up here, Dash by NMIXX. I got the English captions on and all. Let's go. Oh, right away for Lily. Oh, hold up. What is this brass work? I love it. Oh my goodness. What is this? Cruise control type of groove being set. Yet, I love how funky this song is getting. Oh, Jordyn. The Jiwoo, of course. Oh my. Babe. Her moment here is just so beautiful. Oh, where's this headed though? Is there a Tuan? I want to. Oh yeah! Oh my! I can't help but just jam along to the song. It's just that catchy and fun with it. Yet the vocal techniques being used in this is insane. Oh! Okay! Oh, there's verse 2 though. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm getting sent somewhere. Evolution, yeah. Wow, this song is truly talking about, hey, I want to run and dash, break all those barriers. Nothing's gonna stop me in my way. Speaking of that, take it to the max, okay. What? This bridge. What a change up into pop punk approach, bringing it back. Come on. Unbelievable, y'all. This was so spectacular. Like, if anything that I've got out of this, it's like, we really need to get more pop punk influence type tracks by NMIXX, because I feel like they really do that kind of combination of genre and influence justice. You feel me? And I've heard a lot of pop punk songs, you know what I'm saying? And in this case, it really suits them, but I like how they do it and switch it into an NMIXX approach. And I'm going to talk more about that after we check out more so of the credits here. Okay, let's start from back here, probably. Yeah. Janghana. Shoutouts to everyone behind the scenes. Oh, oh yeah, some familiar names here. Kim Kitae. That's cool how they did it, like an ending credits type of scene there to credit everyone behind the scenes, because I can't emphasize this enough. You cannot imagine, like, and fathom how many people, teams, you know, different production companies coming into play to really come through and provide these amazing comebacks for our respective groups and artists, and especially NMIXX. For those who know me and are familiar with the channel, I've been saying this since the day one dot, and especially heavily recently to let you guys know, like, I am always down for NMIXX really delivering, whether it be those mix pop type releases, or, you know, going the full distance and being somewhat experimental with it and groundbreaking. But I feel like we get the best of both worlds here all at once with Dash. You feel me? I mean, to think that we got pop punk, we got almost like this old school hip-hop-esque influence coming into play, mashing that with some jazzy elements. Don't even get me started with that keyboard work. Not only changing it up once, but twice, and more so having these twists and turns that keep you constantly engaged throughout. This is what NMIXX is truly good at, everyone. And I've been saying this about the vocal blending. The vocal blending, the vocal techniques, the vocal runs that occurs in this group, and the overall dynamic of this group is very one of a kind. Never seen before. That type of chemistry that I was talking about in the past before, for those who've been keeping up with my NMIXX content. Oh my goodness, Dash was a lot to handle, right? So it's like, I can't really pick a solid, super duper, you know, #1 exact favorite. Like, you know, obviously Run for Roses had its run for its money and had a lot of replays with the performance video leading up to this comeback and all. But I can foresee myself enjoying this song so much, Dash, as much as Run for Roses and Sonia Breaker, right? Because remember Sonia Breaker? I couldn't believe the amount of country influences that we got in this song. I want to say country because it didn't fully take the country route. And I feel like NMIXX is also doing it right, where you see those articles online or your social media feeds. Oh, this certain person is coming through with this genre and this genre. Next thing you know, you check out the release, you don't hear like those combination of genres and influences and all, right? But when, you know, when NMIXX comes through with, you know, a song that has multiple kind of genres mashed at once, they're not wrong, right? So, but in this case, this has to be the most impactful yet smoothest change up, iconic change up moment in all of NMIXX's music, I've got to say. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying in general, this is my favorite change up per se. And what do you mean by change up, Garrison? Well, if it wasn't obvious, we're gonna have to go through a second go through and I'm gonna have to point out that moment. But there's something really cool that I want to point out in the certain sections and moments too, as well as we dive back into it. So let's go back from the beginning here, everyone. Starting off with Lily really grabbing our attention right away in the intro. Dash, I wanna dash, I wanna run it, dash, I wanna dash. So initially we're hit with the intro to really set the tone of the song that is very earwormy with dash, I wanna run it, very earwormy to the max with it, obviously. Splashes of brass and trumpet work, and if you couldn't tell, I every single moment that I'm probably gonna pause on here is just complete slayage across the screen. Here, what a moment! Here in the choreo, everyone with all the members. Oh my goodness! Very playful with the splashes of brass work, the drum kit work. I'm guessing this is some sort of jail cell. I don't know, dungeon. I think so, actually. So what I'm getting here, not only lyrically, but of course, imagery-wise and storytelling-wise in this music video is like, I'm gonna break down these walls, these barriers that stop me, whether it be physical barriers, whether it be people around you, whether it be society as a whole. I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna dash out of here, break down all these walls, and go on my way and do my thing. Oh my goodness, and chase for my dreams and aspirations. Was I not just saying that in the highlight medley for the acapella version? I think so. Sorry, it's a Monday, but you know, I said something on the lines of that because if you think about the title of this EP, right, Break, the cohesiveness that we get from Sonia Breaker, Run for Roses, Dash, I mean, it's all here in front of us, everyone. What a meaningful release. The wee ride. And then this is something that I feel like is not appreciated enough, is the ad-lib work in NMIXX. What is really signature about NMIXX's ad-lib work, it's done to in some moments playful fun with it, adding that needed texture in the song, but sometimes maybe as in vocal support, you know what I'm saying, boltering things down and all. Every time when we get the succession of Kyujin and Jiwoo, I'm sorry guys, I can't help but point it out, and like this moment right here, iconic. Oh, here we go. This is the start of something. We're breaking through the wall slowly but surely. Like, not even that, like, notice how the rhythm in this song is very funky with it, especially when you got the bass guitar in the work setting the groove for the song, but da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, I'm sure they mentioned this prior to the release, or maybe even at the showcase, that this has some jazzy influences. Please let me know in the comment section down below if they did, right? Because I think it's really obvious to me that not only instrumentally later on we get a lot of jazzy influences and instrumentation, this jazzy vocal work how often you get this kind of jazzy vocal work musically in K-pop. Not often, everyone. I feel like it should be done more, and especially I've been saying about orchestral work, but oh my goodness, babe, she might have locked in the bias spot here. I'm saying with this release, for the longest time I told you guys, it's really hard to pick a bias for me, but this might be the era where Babe might end up being my main bias, locking her in as my main bias. I said main bias because, oh my goodness. Great percussion work here. Notice the percussion work, everyone. Great claps. Percussion work. Raise it up to infinity. My girl Lily, she got the dash. Of course, dynamite in her hands. Great singular synths or synths in the back there being held. I'm telling you, definitely singular synths there being held in the back, adding a lot more depth here. I wanna dash, I wanna. Ooh. But then again, every single era I'm so wrecked by Jiwoo. Vocal flourishes there. Okay, before we get into this very jazz, oh my goodness, with the keyboard work, hold up. So, going into this, I gotta hear it out more. I'm sorry, guys, but I love those synth strings in the back there that slightly transition into. I love that keyboard work that descends, and then we get NMIXX, which is the interlude. If you guys are really familiar with NMIXX, they like to provide the shout and chant of NMIXX with the interlude, and then boom, we get into verse 2. This is a nice switch up here because this is not the change up yet. A little bit of turn disc too, chimes, warm brass trumpet work. Evolution. I wanna dash. So good. Like, just the momentum in this song. It's very unpredictable, but like there's this engaging performance that NMIXX provides with the choreo, and I'd say performance not in the choreo, but vocal performance wise. Notice how I said that. I'm gonna say it again. Vocal performance wise, like, and don't even get me started when it comes to them expressing themselves, whether it be their expressions. Here we go. Let's take it to the max. NMIXX change up. Now this had to be one of the smoothest, top 3 echelon change-ups by NMIXX to date. Here we go. More so the punk, rock-esque switch up, change up here. But notice how it's very uplifting, flamboyant with it. This is something that NMIXX has done before, but like, I like how they did it in the bridge this time. I like how they did it in this moment where it would work, because I wouldn't really put this section here during verse 2, you feel me? So that was really smart by everyone behind the scenes to put this change up at the bridge, but to specifically switch up into this genre and influence here, because it's very fitting, because it provides this buildup of an uplifting climax that is hopeful. Very high-spirited type of energy coming through.
wanna continue my pace.
Pace.
Dash, I wanna dash, I wanna...
And you thought that was the end, y'all? No, that was not the end. Thankfully, this song did not end there because of it could have, because this day and age, when it comes to attention spans, unfortunately, and the likes of TikTok culture and everything, I gotta admit, you know, we have a lot of good short length title tracks, but I love how this takes the fullest extent. Thank you, everyone. Oh my goodness. And like, I think obviously the most highlightable moment by specifically Haewon has to be here. Right here. Look at her facial expressions, her eyes, the intensity there. Hey, you bastards, I'm still here. Hey, I'm still here doing my thing. Notice how they keep the instrumentation. I'm for sure, because I heard woodwind instrument work, but definitely the chimes there. Great 808 claps, bass guitar work. Lot of instrumentation that you wouldn't expect to be hit all at once in any song, because they're messing with not only 1, 2, 3, 4 genres and influences in this song. Dash FE304 break. Oh my goodness, everyone. NMIXX is so back. We are so back, y'all. Oh my goodness. And I just want to double check. I was speaking along the lines of the length in that song. I really want to double check and verify that I'm not wrong in terms of the length in the song, because it's definitely not that short. Okay, so it is 2 minutes and 46 seconds. But it was still effective with it, right? Sure, it's shorter than Sonia Breaker, Run for Roses, but I'm glad, you know, they didn't wrap it up with, you know, with the pace part, right? Obviously, but still a very effective, engaging song. Wow, I gotta give this a 9.5 out of 10. It might become a 10. I think I gotta just give it a 10 at this point, because longevity standpoint, I know I'm gonna keep this on rotation. Very earwormy. The hooks do its job, but I don't think this song is all about the hooks. It's about the vocal technique. It's about what NMIXX is really good at, mixing different genres, adjusting the type of vocal direction they're going for in their music. So like, kudos to whoever's doing that behind the scenes with NMIXX, obviously. And like, performance-wise, they know how to throw on a performance and get you snatched out of your seats, you know what I'm saying? So, like, come on, you gotta give NMIXX their flowers. I feel like this is so already NMIXX's year. Who's here with me? Let me know in the comments section down below. Did you feel the same way about this song? But from the pop-punk elements, obviously, the jazzy moments in the midway through the song, the funk that we got that set the initial tone with Lily in the intro. What's there not to love? But if I would have to pick out a couple of favorite moments, I think hands down the chorus, verse 2, and of course the change up or the bridge, the creme de la creme. I would like to call it the creme de la creme change up, everyone. But as always, be sure to like and subscribe, as it goes a long way and it helps out the channel so much. Be sure to hit that notification bell, as it helps out the channel, but it will let you know when I will drop that second EP album review, everyone. Early access on the Patreon, variety content on the Patreon. Feel free to check that out, as well as free content there as well, despite me being busy in the new year already with my studies. But take care as always. This has been Garrison, and peace.